Alrighty, time to do some first impressions with this gun. It's not really first because I've played a few matches with it now, but you know, I thought I do want to get a video out before I make the review, because the review might take a little while because I really want to make sure I get everything right about this gun. But spoiler alert for that video, I don't think this gun is too complicated. I don't think it has too much weird extra things. It's got the same headshot benefit as the AK, but it just has a slightly faster fire rate than the AK and a bigger mag, which is really, really good. And that bigger mag actually ends up, in my opinion, leading to a feel of more consistent kills at range, just because, you know, if you have more bullets to shoot, that's more bullets you're allowed to miss. And at range, missing will just happen a lot. So yeah, this thing feels really, really good. It doesn't feel clunky either. I think this gun is good. I don't think it will get a nerf, but we will have to see what happens. I think it's good enough to be considered like kind of good with no downsides, which generally means, oh well, that gun's going to result in a nerf, because good with no downsides, it's just kind of what that means. But it's like no downsides doesn't mean it's insanely good. Oh fuck yeah, thanks man. But this guy called me Chad. But yeah, no, this thing's just really good at range, and it doesn't really have too much stuff not going for it. The problem is, the reason why I don't think it's going to get nerfed is because, well, I don't think people are going to die to this gun and hate it. It's going to feel like a normal speed, just like the AK-74. It's not going to feel OP. I think the only way they will ever nerf this gun is if it becomes like a gun that everyone uses, which, you know, of course, new gun coming out, that can happen. But anyways, just when I was watching this, I realized I didn't really explain myself very much. Pretty much why I even brought up nerfing the gun was because I find that often in BattleBit and a lot of games, new guns come out and people very quickly say that they need to nerf a gun because it's way too good, and like, this gun definitely needs a nerf. Now granted, of course I did that when they buffed the M110, but in my honest opinion that was very different, and they did nerf it. But anyways, moving on from that, I'm trying to say that I can see people wanting to nerf this gun because I think a lot of players are going to be picking it up and doing really well, but I do not think that this gun is overpowered at all. So I think that if you're dying to this gun a lot, just give it a couple weeks when everyone starts to use other guns again, because this isn't going to be the meta gun. People are going to be using it a lot because it just came out. Another prime example of this, just because I thought I'd mention it because, you know, it's my YouTube channel, I can just freaking, you know, come in whenever I want. I thought it was interesting when the AK-5C came out. A lot of people said that it was going to be the meta and they need to nerf and they need to get rid of it. Honestly, I even am a little bit guilty of this. I thought it was really, really good when they buffed it, and now I'm just sort of like, yeah, I mean, it's okay. Like, it's a pretty good gun. I wouldn't say it's overpowered. I think it doesn't have too much over the Groza, but anyways, moving onwards. Okay, the new AK, which is good. And 680 means it shoots a little faster. Those are my two big things, and the recoil looked pretty similar. And then my instant other thought was, well, I have a 45 round mag, so it might just feel like an AK with a 45 rounder, which is good. You know, that's definitely a good thing, not mid at all. That's going to be pretty alright. This gun's run speed isn't too bad either, considering it's got a 45 round mag. If I remember correctly, it just has a 1.0 running speed. Granted, it's down to 9.8 because of my attachments, but I think off rip, I'm pretty sure it's a 1.0, which is really, really good. Really, really good indeed. That's just like assault rifle. It feels like the AK that tends more to range, which is just fantastic. I think the AK might be a little bit better up close, just because I generally find this up close, I value reload speed over mag size, which sounds counterintuitive, but it's just the truth. I find up close, I can, you know, there's a lot of situations where a good fast reload will be really, really handy, because a big mag size is good, but if there's crap tons of enemies, I honestly just want to be able to reload fast, because I think the amount of enemies outpacing a 45 mag up close, the chances of them outpacing it is really high. The chances of a bunch of enemies outpacing a fast reload is really, really low, in my opinion, because I only need short amounts of downtime to get all my ammo back. Yeah, at range though, ooh, whoopsies, dang, I did pretty good there. There was still a lot of enemies dead, and I think I might get a res here. But yeah, I love this thing. It's freaking awesome. It literally is just so low recoil that the range is like really, really good on it. Let me try to get back here and double tap my reload. I can see that guy's red from his helmet. I'm also running the target detector, which automatically spots people when I aim at them, just because I want to see what the spotting really is like. Right now the spotting is broken and you can't do it with the button, you have to do it with the target detector, which is not intended. I'm pretty sure there's a guy there still. Let me stuck to the roof there. I did not want it to do that. Oh no, there wasn't a guy here. But yeah, anyways, as you can see, this gun kills fast enough. It's as if it's just an AK-74 that's a little bit faster. And in my opinion, the AK-74 was already pretty good, especially if you hit a headshot. It actually wasn't too bad at all. A lot of players would disagree because a lot of players, old school players especially, the AK used to be a 3-shot to the body with a heavy barrel, whereas now it, isn't, of course. Now it's a 3-shot kill, but you need a headshot, even against a helmet, which, in my opinion, is actually really good, especially with low recoil. Hitting headshots at range isn't too bad. Whilst also having a 45 round mag means you can clean up tons of enemies at long range, and because your mag is huge, you don't have to often reload, and at range, reloading kind of sucks because that's when enemies run from in the open to behind cover, which of course is now unkillable. Well, I gotta back up a little bit here. Just a quick explanation of all the things I was just talking about. What I'm trying to say is, because this gun has a 45 round mag, which is a 15 on top of a regular gun, at range, right, if you're on a flank at range, you're in one of those situations where you get the perfect flank, there's tons of people out in the open and you just want to clean people up. This is so huge, having extra rounds, purely because at range, let's say you're proficient and you do hit all your shots and you don't really miss very often. At long range, if someone's behind cover, the chance of killing them goes down by like a huge margin because they become a very, very small target. Where if someone's in the open, they're still in that level where I can kill them pretty easily. So when I reload, generally that's when enemies make their way behind cover and they get to safety, and now my flank wasn't that good. But with 45 rounders, it's pretty alright. So this gun is also going to be good at range in that way, and the flanks at range are going to be feeling really nice. Almost similar to the AUG. The AUG is more like that in the way of the AUG has total ammo stocks, so if you find one range area, you can kind of camp it for a long time. Whereas this gun is more like, maybe you'll just be killing 1 or 2 extra people per long range spray, which is still really good. And the fact that you're playing as support means you don't really need those extra mags that the AUG has anyways. But think of it as a similar effect to the AUG with a few extra kills on top. Anyways, moving on. Let's go back to killing. Someone says, the boss, Mr. Wong, 25 and 2, can you save some for the rest of us? Oh, thanks, boss. He's an absolute legend. Honestly, boss is such a legend. He's a moderator on the BBOCE servers, and he's honestly just a hype man for the server, but like not in like a disgenuine way. He's just a good bloke, and he, I don't know, I like him. And it makes me feel happy when he says stuff like that. But anyways, let's keep moving on. Thank you, boss. I am having a pretty good, oh, dang, that's a shame. Bit of a ripper of a match. So, this is what I normally say, right? Let's consider a gun like the AUG, right? I'm like, okay, so that's a low DPS, low recoil gun with really good peripherals like reload and lots of mags and things. That means that it's inherently, you need a flank with that gun more often than other guns, because it's got a low DPS, meaning that on a flank, it'd be good. But because it also has really, really low recoil, that means that a flank doesn't have to be the perfect turn around the corner to like 10 enemies not looking at me. A flank could be literally, there's any enemies on my screen up to like 200 meters not looking directly at me. Because here's the thing, right? It's hard to explain, but imagine if there's an enemy standing right here, right? If I'm standing here, he can just flick to me and kill me. But if I'm standing really, really far away, like here or something, I can't really see there, but like it's going to be really hard for him to kill me at range, you know what I mean? So it's like you now all of a sudden with these low recoil guns, you have a lot more situations where you can get potential kills. Now granted, whether you're going to do good will be pretty dependent on the map. Like for instance, Wakistan, if you have a lot of people on the bridge and people are insistent on bridge fighting, in my honest opinion, low recoil guns aren't that good. Granted, I know you have a range advantage, but I just think that a lot of people are running bolt actions and you just... the map does not tend to you as much as other maps. But let's say, damn, I just went down here. A map like Eduardovo, there's lots of these long angles that exist outside of the close range, and that just inherently gives me places where my gun can kill people. Well, I know it sounds obvious, but it's just an interesting thing, because this gun has the low recoil of the AUG, but the good DPS of an AK. And also, like, same recoil of the AK, but, it feels better for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe, I honestly don't know why, but it feels better than the AK, despite probably not be. It's probably the extra ammo on top, which is something that helps a lot of flank guns. A lot of ammo is really good on a flank. Okay, dude. Alright, let's keep moving. Okay, call me a tryhard. So you know what I feel bad, right? How does that guy know I'm trying? You know what I mean? Like, that guy just assumes I am, so he thinks, oh, it's cool, I'm allowed to shit on this guy because I think he's trying hard. But in reality, you guys know from watching the live commentary right now that, like, I'm chilling. You know what I mean? Like, we're just having a bit of a chat, you know, like, and just having a good time. But this guy thinks I'm tryharding due to the way I aim and move, but he doesn't know that that's muscle memory for me. Like, I'm not consciously putting in 100% right now. I'm just sort of chilling and thinking more about what I'm saying, and, you know, aim and movement are just muscle memory. And in my opinion, aim and movement are not good indicators of tryhardiness. In my opinion, more like techs are, like, you know, like doing particular C4 things, like, there was an old school move where you could prone and sprint up from prone, and you'd like zip really fast in the like air, like ahead of you. That, you know, doing stuff like that, that's kind of tryhardy. But I think just aiming and moving, like regular aim and movement that comes with intuition, I don't think is that tryhardy. It's just muscle memory. Anyways, back to the gun. A lot of ammo means you can clean up a lot on a flank. Good DPS means you can clean up a lot on a flank again. Long recoil means you get a lot more situations where a flank is viable because you inherently have more ranges you can fire at. Like, see these enemies here, with other guns, I'd have to run up to this building and then turn the corner and aim in to kill people. With this gun, I can plant myself right where I'm about to go and look inwards from like here, and that counts as a flank. Like, not a full flank, like I'm not behind them, but I'm on their side enough due to the range, you know? But, anyways, I might have to explain that in a full video, why range can equal more opportunities for flanks. Like, there's a good way to explain that. But for now, let's just keep playing and keep talking about this fantastic weapon that I have a really great time using. While we were, guys, being frickin' what's his name? Borat. If you've ever seen that movie, the movie's pretty crazy. It's very funny. Alright, let's have a look here. I could hear a DMR shooting my left, so I thought there'd be someone planted in a high angle, so that's why I automatically looked up high in the window. Same guy. Or maybe a different guy, but I must have killed the guy in a similar position to where he was, who was also using a DMR. Or maybe I got attracted by his DMR shots and killed his friend instead. Tough. That guy got the first few shots on me, so I'm going to back up. The time to kill on this gun, even though I said it's good, it's like the AK level of good. If I hit a headshot, damn, that was a really good kill from that guy. If I hit a headshot on my first peek, I would have re-peeked the enemy and killed him. But if I don't hit a headshot, which I didn't, I gotta back up and choose a new position. Like there, I hit a headshot, I'm gonna continue. Tough. I'll throw a grenade and swing off of it. The reason I do that is because if the grenade hits, that enemy's going down to half health because it's an impact grenade. So I can swing and have an inherent advantage without needing really good positioning. All I really need is that grenade to then gain the advantage there. Even though there's enemies looking at me, my time to kill is going to be incredibly quick because I'm shooting at someone who's half health, not full health. So, yeah, you know, it is what it is. Oh no, I missed my shots there. That was absolutely terrible. I'm sure even you guys watching can tell that that's a kill that I should get. It's well within my range. That's honestly just the horizontal recoil being random, which is a bit of a shame. Now granted, I could lower my horizontal.
Did they remove squad leader menu?
No, it's it would have changed your bind back to O though. It should be on O, the default bind now.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know, right? It fucking threw me for a loop. But yeah, it's all different now and all, but all my muscle memory's gone. Gosh dang. But anyways,
I feel like a newborn.
Yeah, that's funny. I feel that. Also, is your sensitivity on the menu like really low? Because mine was.
It was actually, yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I wonder if there's a way to up it, but anyways, dubs. But Yami, he's a really cool guy. He plays a lot, and he's super chill. Check out his stream if you can. It should just be his username. I'll actually find it here. This is easier. Oh, here's a tip. Go into the search bar and you can search for someone in your game. Yeah, search this up on Twitch. Absolute legend. Really good fun to watch. I actually really enjoyed his energy on his stream. I don't know if he streams much anymore, but go check it out and see if he's on, because he's an absolute ledge. But anyways, let's keep talking about this gun. Yeah, like honestly, I think I've said enough already, really. And like when I eventually drop the review for it, I'll probably just rehash this stuff and go into a little bit more detail. But yeah, this thing's just freaking awesome. And if you haven't played in a while or you're a newer player, this gun is really, really good. I do not remember off the top of my head what level it is. When I die, I'll have a look. But if it's a low level, chuck it on if you're new, because this thing is just... It's a very easy gun to use. It's not hard. You don't... In my opinion, you don't have to master it too much because its DPS is high enough to be forgiving. It's as if they buffed the DPS on the AUG is kind of how it feels. Oh, I don't know. There's got to be a better explanation. It's like they lowered the recoil of the L86, you know, that's kind of how it feels, but, anyways. Oh man, I'm not playing so good right now. Oh, I gotta get out of here. Let me do this. So there is a spawn beacon on our right, but because it's outside the zone, I can't destroy it. Oh no, uh-oh, my bad, I just completely had no situational awareness right there. Huge shame. Alrighty, let's have a look at what level it is. 35, that's exactly where I'd put it. That should be similar to the F2000, and that is exactly where I'd put that, to be honest. This lowers my draw speed getting the tactical barrel over the stubby, but I don't mind. That's a lot of vertical recoil off. I might actually take that. Heavy barrel's interesting too. I might run heavy barrel sometime too, honestly. This gun already doesn't have like amazing peripheries. It's not bad, it's just not like stunning like the AUG or something, so I might lean into it a little more. I feel like I'm running a lot slower, but I thought it was only a 1% decrease, or if that. But I do feel like I'm running slow for some reason, like very slow. I wonder why that is. Interesting. That guy was up there on the right. I saw him go behind that bit. I can't ping anymore. I'd like to ping that, but I can't. Ugh, I'm dead. Breaking Bogan, like Breaking Bad, but with a Bogan. Anyways, Bogan in Australia is like a redneck, pretty much, by the way. Like, it's a lot different, though. Like, there is a lot of, like, subcultures to Bogans, but, you know, it's like a culture thing. It's similar to a redneck, sometimes. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Hey! Cat's on, fuck yeah. Robocat is on. Anyway, I don't know if you guys can hear this in the recording, but my girlfriend's playing that game Lethal Company with some friends right now, and I can hear her laughing a couple rooms over. That's so funny. Because we live together, and we have like a separate room for the computers, because it's like gaming in the same room can be a little tough if we're both playing with different people and things. So yeah, we're in separate rooms when we game, and I can hear her laughing playing Lethal Company, which is so lovely. I'm very, very happy, and I feel very fortunate that I get to kind of live in that environment, you know, like an environment full of laughter and love and things, you know. I don't know. Anyway, sorry to like fucking get all like soggy over here, like, and not soggy, yeah, that's a bad word. I mean soggy because of like tears, not because of like anything else. I mean like a so wholesome you cry kind of thing, but you know, I just, you know, I feel very fortunate and grateful. But anyways, let's keep talking about the gun. You know, I don't know how many of you guys watch these videos for like. I know a lot of people watch just for the info, you know, because, you know, the info's good. You know, new gun comes out, it's good to have someone reliable you can watch and to learn about it.
Stab them up and thing, you know what I mean?
Good game, but that was really fun. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a really good time using this gun. Check it out if you really like the AUG, check it out if you really like the AK, you might really enjoy it in the end. So anyways, have a good one, boys, and catch you in the next one.